Good morning, Zango Nation, Zango family. This is Ryan Anderson, and I'm so excited to be with you guys on another Get Amped call Saturday morning. We've got a great call lined up for you guys today. I'm so excited for you guys to meet one of our newest members and somebody that's a brand new 200K with us today to be able to with you guys. And so, we've got a great call lined up for you guys. Got great information going to be able to share with you guys today. There's just so many wonderful and exciting things that are happening all over the Zango world. It's so exciting. I was in the office yesterday afternoon and had talking about some new things that are coming to Zango, talking about product launches that are happening all over the world, taking Eris and taking the Pro line into Europe in the very near future. We've got things that are coming into South Africa. We just launched the MyZango Builder into Australia yesterday with all of the new websites in Australia, New Zealand. And there's just a lot of new things that are coming too, things that you guys haven't even heard about yet. It's just, as we start rolling out the new face of Zango all over the world, it's just really fun and exciting to see people grabbing a hold of it and adapting to it. It's fun seeing some old faces coming back to Zango. It's fun seeing brand new faces coming to Zango. It's just a lot of fun. Just this past week alone, had some great leaders looking to expand into some new markets in the office and sharing their insight and their passion and just seeing some really strong industry veterans coming to this company because of what you guys are producing. You know, I think sometimes I stand humble and excited at the same time because where I get to sit and see some of these people who are coming to this company because of what you guys created. And I say what you guys created because we talk a lot about Zango being a legacy company, coming here and being able to create a legacy. And I was talking to a friend of mine late last night who isn't part of Zango yet, but she was just talking about, you know, we are living in a really weird time in our industry. People are looking for stability. People are looking for a home. They're looking for a future. They want to come to a company and they want to build and know that it's going to be here for forever. They don't want to have these little mini runs at multiple places around the industry. And it's nice to see that because of what you guys have created here at Zango, this legacy company, that they're finding this place to be their home. And it's never been a better time as we're rolling out the new face of Zango. We've created a brand new opportunity in the stable walls of this home that we call Zango. And that's the future. And so that, you know, with that said, and I'll share a little bit more at the end of the call, but with that said, I want to introduce you to somebody who, I just, you know, it's fun, you know, there's nothing like launching teams. There's nothing like growing a business and launching a team all over the world that really brings people close together because you're at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning in a restaurant talking to individuals. You're, you know, first thing in the morning, you're having conversations and you're just strategizing and you really get to know people's heart and their passion and what drives them and what motivates them and what excites them. And, you know, I got to meet this individual, probably at one of the scariest times in his network marketing career. You know, he was, somebody who, you know, had built a very successful business, very happy where he was at, very, you know, very well respected, rose all the way to the top and was doing great things all over the world. And because of no fault of his own, that opportunity went away. And so, you know, it was just kind of in fact, when that opportunity went away, he was doing a tour all over Europe, building a business and you know, had to keep a game face on when he found out what was happening and still continued to finish that tour before coming home. And so I had an opportunity to meet this individual because of, you know, Sharon Shreef having a relationship with somebody for over 30 some odd years and keeping that relationship alive and doing some things. And so I got an opportunity to sit down around the kitchen room table and introduce myself and get to know this guy. And, you know, I was a little bit curious. I'd followed his career for a number of years, and I was curious because I'd never had an opportunity to sit down and meet him. And I had a ton of respect with him before I met him. But when I had that opportunity to sit down and meet with him, I was so impressed. I was blown away because never once did he ever ask about, okay, what's in it for me? How's this gonna help me? How's this gonna benefit me? Every question that he had, and it was basically like a 72-hour interrogation of looking at, because he'd looked at over 200 companies, but we sat there for almost 72 hours straight, and never once did I ever ask a question about what was in it for him. It was always about what's in it for the team. How is the team going to win? How is the team going to succeed? How's the team going to grow? How's the team going to, how can I know that this is going to be, where I can bring the team and the team can be here forever. And once he had every one of his answers asked, he never has questioned the process once again. He just went to work, and he's put his head down, and he's done some incredible things. And, he's, don't ask him his age, because he's 100 years old when it comes to network marketing experience and personal development experience. And he leads that every day. And so I'm so excited to introduce you guys today, and I know that some of you guys had a chance to meet him at Vegas, but introduce you guys today to our newest 200K, somebody that is, they call him Mr. International, and I'm proud to call him my friend, Mr. Jed Buenaluz. Jed, are you there?
Ryan, good morning.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I am doing unbelievable. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in San Diego, California. Thank you for that amazing introduction, brother. I appreciate that.
Well, I meant every word of it, my friend. So, I know that a lot of people, the XANGO family, they're excited to have you here. They're excited to welcome you and the team into the fold with open arms. We couldn't be more proud to have you here. And I'm grateful for you to, I know that you're still in crazy, massive launch mode. I know that you're getting ready to head back and do another tour in Europe, Hong Kong, and I think you're going to take a little bit of a mindset break and go to Dubai on your way back. But when we asked if you'd be willing to come on the call today, you said that you wanted to talk about leadership mindset, and I think that that's such a beautiful topic for our Saturday morning Get Amped call. So I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend, and thank you again for being on the call today.
Well, absolutely. Thank you it's an honor for me to be on the call. I know when Kelly called me earlier this week, and she asked that, hey, Jed, would you be able to, share some thoughts about leadership and how, what's going on in XANGO and the organization. I said it was an honor. So number one, man, it's an honor for me to be on the call. Thank you for just supporting us. Thank you for being such a servant leader. I got to tell you guys, anybody on this conference call, folks, this company is such a blessed company. I think everybody would agree on this call that we have something special going on, and not only the founders from Aaron, Joe, Gordon, Gary, Kent, and Beverly, but Ryan, you have been such an incredible help and such an incredible support. I can't thank you enough. And Ryan, I got to tell you, the support that we have, been blessed enough to be a part of this profession now for a handful of years, and getting a chance to meet you and Joe and Sharon and Steven and some of the most incredible leaders I've been around the network marketing profession. It's a blessing to know that there's history. It's a blessing to know that there's a track record. But more importantly, it's a blessing to know that you guys have our support and 100% commitment. So we appreciate that. We are committed to breaking records and blessed enough to be part of this incredible organization. So with that being said, for those who don't know me, I want to introduce myself real quick before I get into the training. Well, my name is Jed. I actually live in San Diego, California. And if you're tuning on the call, maybe for the first time or taking a look at the XANGO family for the first time, I want to congratulate you for waking up this early, if you're Pacific Standard Time, to get on a call and to learn, leadership trainings and to learn more about the XANGO Nation, XANGO family. And so, my background before I got involved in business, I was actually a college student, working 3 jobs. I was actually going to school here in San Diego, and because out-of-state tuition was so expensive, I found myself working about 3 jobs. And I don't know who's on this conference call, but for me, I knew I wanted to do something different with my life. I knew I didn't know what it was called, but I wanted time freedom, and I wanted financial freedom. And at the time when I was a couple of years ago, when I didn't know, I didn't have a sense of direction, I asked the Lord for something, and it brought me this profession, it brought me this industry. And the first time I took a look at this industry, guys, I was blown away. I remember being invited to an event that I'm sure some of the people on this conference call have been to an event, and I caught the vision, the dream. I caught the idea of having time freedom. I caught the idea of helping other people and blessing people's lives with products or with the opportunity. And I remember seeing the business for the first time, and I had what I call network marketing insomnia, and I just couldn't sleep. I thought about my future. I thought about the idea of helping people. And fast forward today, we have been given a second chance, and I'm so blessed that we chose this company. We're so blessed that we get to work with some of the best in our profession. And, I want to share some thoughts with everybody on the call about, leadership mindset and what it takes to really, go out there and win. And I love what Ryan said. He said 200K, but, and everyone's talking about 200K in the last 30 days. But, if you're on this call for the first time, or if you're listening to the call, I just want to let you know, that didn't happen in 30 days. That was a handful of years. My first couple of years in this profession, I wasn't making big money. I didn't have a whole lot of success. Matter of fact, my first 6 months in the network marketing profession, my biggest check was just under $2. It was about $1.78. And I remember getting that paycheck after 6 months, and I said to myself, man, this works. I can't believe it. It works. $1.78 after 6 months. And I got to tell you guys, I had the dream of just wanting to be free. And I said to myself, man, if I just follow the system, and if I continue to be consistent, this check will get to, we'll get to $10 and more and more and more and bigger and bigger. And I don't want to make any income claims here, but I just want to let you know that it's all worth it. And, this 200K is not a result of 30 days. It's the result of, number one, the Lord, and number two, an awesome organization that, consistently goes out there to go after their dreams and goals. And so, I truly believe the higher you go up in rank, the less you become, and it's more about the organization and the people. So, this 200K rank is nothing more than just a group of organization that's just unified, that just goes out there and just shares the business, shares the plan, and it's all about the team. So, I hope everybody on this call knows the fact that it starts with the team. So, mindset. Okay. So, I think if you have a pen and paper handy, I want to first talk about your why. It's your why. What is the reason why you're building this business? Some people call it the dream. Some people call it a goal. Some people call it your purpose. Here we like to call it, your why. So if you're on this call, I want you to start thinking about and establishing a strong enough why. What's going to motivate you in the morning? What's going to motivate you throughout your day? And if you're doing this spare time or part-time or full-time or sometime, you need something that's going to motivate you. What's going to be your driving force? My mentor shared with me when I started off in this business, he said, Jed, if the why is strong, the how becomes easy. So take a moment today, take a moment this week, take a moment this month to just establish why you're building the business. My mentor said to me, he says, Jed, if the why doesn't make you cry, it's not good enough. And for me in the beginning, I didn't know what that meant. But for me, I got to share with you, my why in the beginning of this business was to just make a couple, dollars a month, a couple $100 a month, just to be able to leave my second and third job. I used to tell people all the time that, I was so broke that if someone was to rob me, it would have been practice. So it was for me, my why was to go, just make a part-time income so I could focus more on my schoolwork. I could focus more on my education. And then it became stronger than that. And it became I wanted to provide for my mother. I wanted to provide for my family. I wanted to, give back. I wanted to make a difference. So I hope throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your month, you're going to start thinking about what your why is. And I hope that inspires you. And I know for people on this call, maybe your why is just to make a part-time income. Maybe some people on this call, maybe your why is to make a full-time income. And whatever your why is, I just want to let you know to take a screenshot of that and focus on that and know for the fact that your why in this business is a driving force of what you're going to do consistently every day. Now, there's people on this call, maybe your why is to go, get the lifestyle bonus, get the car bonus. Maybe some people here, maybe you have some big dreams to help your parents out with a mortgage or go out and help your parents out with when you purchase them their dream home. Or maybe some people on this call to fund mission trips around the world. Or maybe no one's ever believed in you and you just want to prove to yourself, you want to prove to your friends, maybe you want to prove to your family or the world that you're a success, that you're going to be a winner, that you can achieve, your dreams. And so, or maybe, like my buddy Alan Radam, he says, Jed, I want to go out there and fund projects around in third world countries, and create water systems for people, clean water, because people out there in the world don't have clean water. So, whatever that is, just remember to focus on the fact that your why is so powerful. And if your why doesn't make you cry, make sure to write something down. My mentor shared with me, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not good enough. Number two, you got to become a serious student of success in this business. And in order to become successful, you have to grow yourself. You have to grow your skills. You have to grow your influence. And more importantly, you have to grow your leadership. And that's always the result of, ladies and gentlemen, getting on conference calls, building your business around trainings. Always be taking notes and listening to personal development. I love what Mr. Ryan Anderson said, PD, personal development. In the beginning of my career in this business, I was growing as a person. I just knew that I had to, in order for me to grow my income, I had to grow as a person. Why? Because if I grew, I would attract people that were high quality people. And so if you don't know these people, listen to Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Mr. Darren Hardy, Mr. Bob Proctor. Listening to these phenomenal, individuals in the personal development world has completely transformed my life. And read the books. Read a good book. I've always learned, I know Joe Morton loves to talk about this, leaders are readers. And so there's a book that I think is so fascinating. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I think when you're getting involved in this industry, especially in the world of XANGO, it's a book that you must read. It's a must-read book that I want to encourage everybody to go out and read. And so you have to focus on becoming a better you. See, the better that you are, the better people you're going to attract in your business. Number three, ladies and gentlemen, is you got to establish, I believe, 3 to 5 year thinking, but really 10-year thinking, 20-year thinking. You have to think long term, and I believe in this business. And the reality is you have to be committed to being in the business next year. My mentor shared me one secret. He says, Jed, as long as you're here next year, you're going to continue to grow. You're going to continue to grow your organization. So one of the secrets is just be here next year. Be on this conference call next year. Be at the next event next year. Be at the next regional next year. Always make sure to be attending Super Saturdays. Always make sure to be attending the big regionals, the big conventions. And my mentor shared with me, if you show up, you're gonna move up in the business. And so make sure to have establish 3 to 5 years thinking, and remember, it's not how you start in this business, ladies and gentlemen, it's how you finish. Yeah, and I love to say this, the business, it's very, very simple. It's simple, but it's not always easy, but it's worth it. Number 4, we have to avoid the emotional roller coaster. I believe that ups and downs are normal in life. So when you're excited, you have to talk to the organization. And when you're down, you got to go up. You got to go up mentorship. You got to go up upline. You know, sometimes this business, you know, it's emotional. Sometimes it takes a toll on you. And when you have those times where, you know, when you're down or maybe things aren't going your way, always make sure to take yourself out of the picture and go to your mentors for advice, because I promise you this, that your mentors have gone through it. They've gone through the ups and downs. I always tell people that if you've never felt like quitting in XANGO, you're not doing the business right. You know, because the reality is, the moment you decide to become successful, the moment you decide that you want to make it happen, that you want to go win, that you want to hit a home run here, I got to tell you, the moment you decide you want to be successful, everybody that you know who's not successful, everybody that you know that doesn't have the results that you want in your life will start to coach you on how to be successful. And sometimes that deals with our emotions. Sometimes people push our buttons. Sometimes people tell us that we're not good enough. Sometimes people tell us that we're not going to make it. And so we just got to, you know, take control of that emotional roller coaster and be careful of all the toxic dream stealers out there, because they're going to come at you. They're going to come at you with great intentions, but sometimes they're, you know, intentionally wrong. And I got to let you guys know that, you know, in my experience in building this business, you know, from so many family members, from, you know, relatives of mine. I remember my auntie and uncle giving me, you know, I got a chance to, you know, spend some time with them, and they told me to be very careful in building this business, and they told me not to do it. They told me that, you know, these things, you know, are, I don't know how would they say, it's too good to be true. And, you know, years later, every time I come into their house now today, they always tell me they knew I could do it. They knew that I was going to be successful. And so sometimes they don't even remember they were negative. They don't even remember that they weren't supportive. And so sometimes you just got to show to the people you know and produce results. And I got to tell you, if you are a young individual on this call, you know, it's not that our parents or our relatives don't want us to be successful. They just don't want us to get hurt. And so if we can just go out there, ladies and gentlemen, and just show results, show people that we love them, show people that we care about them, not argue who's right and who's wrong and why we should do this business or not, but just show love and grace to people. Let them know that, you know, this is what you're doing, and that you are doing it for your family, whether they believe the business or not. Just go out there, and I promise you, when you start to produce some results, people will start having an open mind. Number 5, we have to establish on, you know, we call it the 5 M's. More meetings means more money. We have to focus on what we call money-making activities, or IPAs, income-producing activities. And how does this all work? Well, we want to make sure we check our calendar, because the only boss we have in our business is our calendar. You know, what are you doing consistently throughout the week? Do you have some one-on-one appointments set up? Do you have some home events set up? Do you have a training set up? Do you have exposure set up through Skype? You know, our organization around the world, we love using technology. Sometimes we are on Uvu, sometimes we're on FaceTime, sometimes we're on Skype, sometimes we use conference calls. And so I just want to let you know, you got to get productive work done, not busy work. There's a difference between productive and busy work, and we just got to make sure our calendar is full. And if you're doing it part-time, make sure you're productive with your time that you're doing it with, that you have the time with. And my mentor, Tom Alcazan, always just shared with me, he says, Jed, check your dreams, then check your calendar, because if they don't match, then your dreams are just fantasies. Your goals are just fantasies. And the reality is, if your calendar is not filled, ladies and gentlemen, the result that you want won't be there at the end of the month. Number 6, we have to develop what we call a 24-hour game plan. If you're writing this down, 24-hour game plan. We believe that every person that we sponsor, we have to believe that they're going to be the next, you know, premier income earner in our organization, but we're still going to work as if they won't be here in the next 24 to 48 hours. Meaning, sometimes we lose people in 24 to 40 hours. So what do we got to do? We got to believe that they're going to be the next premier, but we're going to work, through their contact list as if they won't be here in the next 24 to 48 hours. And so what we want to do in our culture, what we want to do right away is we want to get them, qualified and sponsor 3 people right away. We want to enroll 3 business partners with them right away. And matter of fact, next to that, in their first 7 days, we want to enroll about 5 to 10 customers right away. And why do we want to enroll 5 to 10 customers? Well, here's the reality that, what I love about the customer program we have here, customers don't care about a paycheck. Customers don't care about the compensation plan. Customers don't care what's going on in the economy. Customers just care that they want their product. And, what I love about one of our products here is the shampoo and the conditioner and the lotion. Man, I'm telling you, the company's put an incredible package deal together that if we just go out there and share this with a handful of customers, and what's great about customers is once they become loyal to the product, once they start to love the product, they're going to naturally share this with a handful of people. So in the first 24 to 48 hours, ladies and gentlemen, we want to get 3 people right away as distributors, and we want to get 5 to 10 customers in their first 7 days. And if they are able to do that, if they're able to push, if you can create a culture of a customer acquisition, a culture where everybody in the organization is pushing customers, everybody knows on this call that, the retention is going to go up, that our checks are going to go up, the rank advancements are going to go up, and more importantly, the business will go up because we're in the business of acquiring customers, not only distributors. And I love the fact that XANGO has an incredible customer program. And so we like to say 1K a day keeps poverty away, and it's a funny slogan that we have, 1K a day keeps poverty away. And make sure in the first 24 to 48 hours, make sure to create a home event. You got to create that sense of urgency, create a home event in the first 24 to 48 hours. We always know that the distributor only has a 1 day and a 7 day success story. So we got to create a check story for them because there's nothing more incredible than what we call a belief check. Number 7 is we got to be careful of all the toxic dream stealers in the world. We got to be careful of all the negative people in the world. We got to be careful of all the people that will take our dreams away. Number 8, we got to follow the system. Now, XANGO has an incredible system to follow. Now, whoever you're working with, they have an incredible system. For us, we're just creating a system of just events. Events of showing the business, exposing the business and exposing the product consistently throughout the day, consistently throughout the week, consistently throughout the month, and consistently throughout the year. Because my mentor shared with me in this business, he says, Jed, great years in this business is a result of great months. Great months is a result of great weeks. Great weeks is a result of great days. And great days is the result of a great attitude. And so make sure to follow the system. Make sure to follow. And the system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be coachable. I just believe that if you're new in the business and you've had some success somewhere else, or maybe you've had success in other things that you've done, coming into this business, sometimes, what you've done in the past doesn't matter. The success that you've had in the past doesn't matter. I remember coming into this business, I had to apply myself to be coachable. And my mentor shared with me, Jed, all you have to do is be a sponge. Be a sponge. Because there's people that have come before you that have experienced certain things. For me, I love not only following the system, but defending the system. I remember when I first got involved, I started sharing some of my thoughts and ideas, and I started to realize I didn't have results in this business. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have results, I want to encourage you to go find people that have the results and follow what they're doing. Make sure to lock arms with the people that you're working with that have the results. And last but not least, I like to say, there's 3 different types of people in this business. There's what we call the red apples. And the red apples are the ones that want to do the business right away. I mean, when they see it, they see it. They're ready to get started. They're ready to change their lives. They're ready to really launch their business. And I would tell you about 80% of your time should be spent with red apples. And then there are the green apples. Green apples are the ones who maybe have questions. They're not ready to get started. it's going to take them a couple days, it's going to take them a couple weeks, or it's going to take maybe a couple months to follow up with these individuals. And green apples, they have a lot of questions. They want to do their research. They want to know more about the product. They want to know more about the business. And that's okay. And I want to let you know, you got to spend 20% of your energy with the green apples. And then there's what we call raw apples. Well, here's what we do with raw apples. We take a sledgehammer and we make apple sauce and apple cider. We spend 0% of our time with the raw apples because I got to tell you, that's not going to make us any income. That's not going to help us do anything. That's not going to produce any rank advancements. That's not going to produce any volume. So 0% time with our raw apples. And there's a saying in this business, SW, 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 next, SW. Some will, some won't. So what? Next, somebody's waiting. And if you have that attitude in this business that, some will, some won't, so what? Next, somebody's waiting. I got to tell you, let's not focus on the no's. Let's not focus on the people that are not interested. Let's focus on the yeses. Because in this business, ladies and gentlemen, all we're looking for is the yeses. All we're looking for are people who are looking. All we're looking for in this business are people that are excited to get started right away. And we are not looking to motivate people. We're just looking for people who are already motivated. And so I got to tell you, right now is the time to go out there and go after your dreams, go after your goals, because we're closing out at the end of the year. We got just a couple more weeks before the year closes. And what you do now till December 31st is going to catapult your success into 2016. And I got to tell you, everybody in the XANGO Nation are just working and working and working and working so we can set ourselves up for a huge 2016. And I got to tell you, we run with 90-day increments. So I want to challenge everybody here in the XANGO Nation that if you just go all out here for the next couple of weeks as we finish the year strong. I promise you, your 2016, your first quarter of 2016 is going to be incredible if you position yourself now and you work your butt off now and you go all out now and you help your organization go all out. So I want to thank you for allowing me to be on this conference call. It's an honor. Ryan, thank you so much for being a blessing in the XANGO Nation and in the XANGO family all around the world. I want to encourage everybody to go after it and don't let small people, small obstacles, and small challenges get in the way of your success because you deserve to win. You deserve to win here in XANGO, and you deserve to have everything that you want. And so God bless you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the next huge event.
Wow, I've got goosebumps. I'm so excited. I've been getting text after text after text after text, Jed, of people who not only inspired, but people who are just excited to be partnered with you, to have you here in this company, to have you part of the family. There's just so many texts that are coming in. And a lot of these texts are coming from some of our multi-million-dollar club members and top leaders here in this company, Jed. So what a great job. What a great message. And it is definitely something. Sorry, go ahead.
Right, can I share something? I got to tell you, man,
please.
I'm so grateful for a handful of individuals who have really helped us here. Our whole organization has been so grateful for, number one, Miss Sharon Sharif. Sharon has just been a rock star. Even on her birthday, she was working. Just an incredible rock star. Such a blessing in all of our lives. And so, and number two, Mr. Stephen Sharif. Just an incredible leader. Someone who is there. When I call him, he picks up his calls consistently all the time, and we're in communication. And it's just honored to be working with these two phenomenal leaders. And number three, my best friend in the world, Brad Alcazan. Ron, you know Brad, you know where his heart is at. I am just so grateful to be working with him and his family, including Amy Alcazan. Amy has just been a blessing in our lives, just of helping us with small little things that sometimes I forget to do. And I gotta give a shout out to Mr. Luke Wilborn for hitting Premier, to Cesar Lopez for hitting Premier, to Mr. Nicholas Lovano for hitting Premier, to Mr. Alistair Kaluza for hitting Premier, and all of our 20Ks and 5Ks and the most important ranks are the 1Ks. And I'm just so grateful to be working with all these individuals. And last but not least, Ryan, Joe has been such a blessing with text messages and just small little calls that he does for us. And so, and yourself, man, I don't think we could have found this incredible home and he really saw the vision here in XANGO if it wasn't for you. So thank you for being such a great friend, such a great mentor, and someone that we could count on throughout the day, throughout the week, consistently, even throughout the evening time. So we appreciate you, Ryan. We thank you for what you do. We thank you for all the hard work that you put in. And people see the incredible glory, but they don't know the story behind the scene. And we just thank you for your hard work and your dedication, your commitment to the whole XANGO family. And so from the bottom of our organization, from our hearts, we thank you for what you do as not only a corporate incredible leader, VP of North America, but here as I feel like you're a distributor by heart. So we thank you for what you do, man.
Wow, thank you. I don't even know what to say after that. I'm blown away by the caliber of leadership that you possess, the team possesses, and everybody that you mentioned possesses. It's different. It's different here at XANGO. It truly is. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, people will call me every day and ask me about this company or that company, or they're looking at this, or they've heard about this, and it's different. It's different here at XANGO. We're a family. We're all committed to each other's success, and we're humble, and we give the glory to where it belongs, and we just put our heads down and work. We don't have to be, bragging about who we are and what we've done and what we're going to do in the future. We just go out and do it. And that's why I feel so comfortable with you guys coming here and bringing your culture and your hearts and your passion and your leadership, because you fit right in and you're perfect. And I think that's the reason why I've got so many text messages, is because everybody, it's like you've been here from day one, and just so blessed to have you guys here. So a lot of great tips from what Jed was sharing with us this morning. A lot of fundamentals, a lot of great reminders, a lot of great things. And the one thing that I really took away from, and I know that I'm going to commit to it even from the corporate side, is that the next 90 days is just putting things together in 90-day cycles and just crushing it for the next 90 days, putting together a plan for the next 90 days and just going to go out and crush it for the next 90 days, because I want a strong first quarter. I want a strong first quarter for you guys. I want an incredible 2016 for every one of you guys, because not just because it's a great story and it's great to be a part of it, but every one of you deserves it. And I think that that's probably the one thing that I struggle with every day as I'm talking with individuals, is that helping them understand that they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve more out of life. You deserve more out of life than what you have right now. And that's one of the things that I've, just been constantly reminded by with Jed and his team and the leadership and everybody that he mentioned, is that they believe that you deserve it, and they believe that they deserve it, and they're not willing to settle for anything less. And so I just want to close with that. Don't settle for anything less than what you were born to have. Every one of you is born with the seeds of greatness. Every one of you deserves to have the lifestyle that not only that you want, but that you deserve. So go out and get it. Go out and make it. Put together a 90-day action plan and go out and own it and take care of it. And Jed, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming here, for believing in us, trusting in us, and leading with your heart, your passion every day around the world. I know that I don't know when you sleep. I honestly don't know when you sleep. They call him Mr. International because the sun never sets in Jed's life, because he's just constantly building a business around the world. And I'm in awe, I'm inspired, I'm amazed, and I have so much love and respect for you. So thank you so much for coming on and inspiring everybody on the call. I want to thank our XANGO Nation, our XANGO family for getting on this call as well. And thank you for all that you guys do each and every day. I know I'm amped up for the week. Hope you guys are as well. God bless each and every one of you, and have a great day. Thank you.